Hello and welcome to my channel, and today is a special event and you probably already knew, which is the reason why you click onto this video. And yes, it is the launch of this new Leica M-EV1. This is the camera that has exactly bridged the gap between the traditions of Leica's analog rangefinders and modern digital system. So in this video, I will take this Leica M-EV1 to the streets of Singapore and experience the joy of photography with this beautiful camera. I'm truly appreciative of Leica Singapore for offering such a wonderful opportunity to release this new Leica M-EV1 to me for this review. And here's a little disclaimer before we move on. Right? So that is, I do not receive any monetary or product benefits from Leica Singapore, and this is a review entirely of my personal opinion. And of course, being a Leica user myself, I currently own Q2 monochrome and previously Deluxe 8. So am I going to be biased? I will leave this for you to comment. This body retains the traditions of Leica design with very clean lines and the iconic body and high quality materials. And personally, I love the simplicities of this Leica system and especially the M system. But here is one thing about Leica M system. To many, I believe myself included, the analog rangefinder system may not be an easy learning curve for someone who is not familiar with. So having some experience with the Leica M system, I actually understand how many photographers actually avoided such analog rangefinder system. Right, not until I started using this M-EV1. This EV1 uses a high resolution electronic viewfinder, and it's a very convenient adaptations to the optical glass rangefinder systems on the M system. First started using it for the first time, there is completely very low learning curve to it, right? So what you see is what you get through the viewfinder, and of course with the LCD screen too if you needed it. So this is in line with the lens you use and its focal length and distance. So every shot I take is exactly what I see through the EVF, and now I'm enjoying this camera more than before. So let's take this camera and experience the street photography with this new Leica M-EV1, and you will be the judge. Let me know what you think about this camera at the end of this video, and leave your comments, it does help. There is the very interesting feature on this camera where you can turn on this perspective control. So if you look at the perimeter of the screen, there is a rectangular white box. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's there. right? So as I tilt this camera, this perspective will try and simulate the tilt of this camera. So this is especially good when you are trying to take photo of say a building. For example, I'm taking this fence here, this gate, and if I tilt this, the perspective is a trapezoidal shape. So adjust it, and then you should be able to get this the right perspective. So there is a lesser needs for you to make any post edits in your photos. So this is a very helpful features that I've noticed on this camera that I have not seen it on my existing current Q2 monochrome or the Deluxe 8. So good feature. So thank you for staying with me throughout this video, and I really enjoy using this Leica M-EV1 camera. It's a great camera, and especially with the lens. It's a 50mm Summilux 1.4. So not getting used to a 50mm, although I have some experience with other brands. I've been using the Leica Q2 monochrome, which is a 28. So the 50 is something really new, but again, the learning curve for this camera is really easy, and I kind of like able to adapt quickly to using this camera. And I'm quite familiar with the manual focusing of Leica system, so there is not really a lot of difficulties trying to capture the moment in the scene. Although this electronic viewfinder, the EVF, really makes things really easy compared to the optical rangefinder. So I believe if you guys are considering if this is going to be the right camera for you and you have some doubts about the rangefinder, then I'm sure this is going to be one really good camera for you to start off with. I'm not sure if it's going to be the first camera for you. Perhaps that might not be a cup of tea for everyone, but then again, it's really a nice camera to use. Yeah, and the simplicity of this camera is that the menu systems is very similar. I would say Leica's menu system is very consistent throughout all its range of digital cameras, and so navigating through the menu is really easy. So I do not have to read up the user manual anymore because it's all in here. And even though I'm not too familiar with some of the different menus from my YouTube, it is still very manageable, and I have no problem trying to figure out all the buttons and features. And especially I like is the focus picking on this system, which you can turn it on and off if you wish. But I find it very helpful if you have this focus picking on a manual system, and especially on certain subjects where focusing is rather challenging. This is going to be a very good feature, right? And what else would you think? If you have any questions, do drop me in the comments below. And I think this is so much I have with the Leica M-EV1 before I return this camera back to Leica Singapore. And so I think I might really miss this camera so much, and I wish I can buy one of these. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video, and hit a like and subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys come back again for more interesting street photography with me.